welcome back to Buckle Up Wildcats, the High School Musical the Series Rewatch podcast. My name is Audrey Ashcraft, and I'll be your co-host today.
I'm Haley Clark, and I am also your co-host.
So slay!
Yay!
Today we are doing our Season 3 recap, and I have to say, this is like so off topic, but this is episode 33, and it's the Season 3 recap.
Whoa!
And the Season 1 recap was also on episode 11.
That's so fun.
Season 2 was not. But it was close. It was like if it would have been 10 episodes, then it would have.
Yeah.
Which I think if you do math, like that makes sense. But
yeah.
But anyways.
That's okay.
And the next one won't be 44, I don't think.
Are there 10 episodes next week?
No, I think there's only 8.
Oh, yeah.
If there were 10, I don't know. It's on the 11th episode.
Yeah.
I think there's only 8. Anyways.
Yeah, I can't even remember.
This season was definitely a divisive one.
Yep.
I was going to say it's either people's favorites or their least favorite. I actually just think it's most people's least favorite.
Yeah. I feel like this is the season that people stopped watching this show.
Yep.
If they didn't watch season 4, this is why, probably.
Yeah. No, that's so real. And, like, I get it.
Yeah.
I will say rewatching it did give me, like, a different opinion of it that I hadn't, like, I think this is the most different I felt about a season.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah.
It's definitely not as good as the other two. However, I'd argue to say that season 2 isn't actually that good either.
Yeah. I agree.
But let's get into some of our specific notes.
Yeah.
We wrote down our top 3 favorite songs. Should we start with the least? Let's do favorite first. That's what I have first on my list. Haley, what were your top 3 favorite songs?
My top 3 songs are Finally Free, Right Place, and Rising.
Oh my gosh, slay. So is that Finally Free one?
Yes, technically. They're all, like, pretty close in my mind, but I love Finally Free.
I love Finally Free.
Yeah.
That's so real. Mine are the same, except for I have, as in third, like, I have Wouldn't Change a Thing instead of Rising. Rising would have been, like, just fourth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that one was hard. That one was
real.
really close for me, too.
That's so real. I just really like the cover of One Change Thing, but also Rising is, like, grown on me so much in this rewatch in a way that it, like, hasn't ever. So I'm obsessed. It's definitely, okay, I was going to say it's definitely my favorite solo song, but I guess, like, no, it's not, because Finally Free and Right Place are above it.
Yeah.
They're so slay.
Yeah.
And then what were your bottom 3?
My bottom 3, this one was kind of hard. I was like, there's a lot that I, like, don't super like. But I put Everyday, Fabulous, and Love is an Open Door. But I don't know exactly what places I would put those in that. Yeah. Mine
are the same, except I do have other places, but I have A Little Bit of You instead of Everyday. Which I, like, felt bad, like, about that when I wrote it down, but I was like, it just doesn't stand out.
No.
Like, even less.
Yeah.
But I have Love is an Open Door, A Little Bit of You, and then Fabulous is my least favorite. I hate that one.
Yeah.
That's probably I was gonna say that's probably the first song I've, like, hated, but that's not true because Miss Jen has a song every season and I hate those, so.
Yeah. Valid.
And then I'll just say the ranking that I have for all of the episodes, it's obviously going to be a little bit different than what you have, but I don't think it's very, like, I think it's, like, they're not, like, really close.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things, but I'll put my entire ranking in the description, but I'm not going to read it off because we're at, like, 55 songs. It's only 54. But, like, I don't want to read that off, and no one's going to listen, so.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you my top. There's 20 songs this season, or 20 that we ranked, because, again, I don't have In Summer, Kristoff's Lullaby, and
Let It Go.
Let It Go, yes. I was like, what is the other one on this ranking? But I have, just going all the way through, Finally Free, The Right Place, Wouldn't Change a Thing, Rising, see, like, You Never Know, Balance, It's On, Different Way to Dance, Here I Come, Ballad of Susan Fine, What Do You Know About Love, This Is Me, The First Time in Forever, but the Jeb version. Spotify has them separated, so that's why I separated them, but they're probably very similar.
Yeah.
Shallow Lake, Every Day, For the First Time in Forever, / Do You Want to Build a Snowman, What Time Is It, / Start the Party, Love is an Open Door, A Little Bit of You, and
yeah.
Real. That's about. Yeah. I feel like that's about-ish where I would rank.
Yeah.
All of them. But yeah, and then I'll put the full list in the description if you want to see it, but like. I do have Finally Free as my second favorite song. We did put it above All I Want.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably a hot take, but I stand by it.
Yeah, me too.
Real? Okay, what were your top 3 episodes?
So my top 3 episodes, so my first one is The Real Campers of Shallow Lake, which was episode 5. Which is kind of interesting to me, but then like going back through them, I was like, yeah, no, I think that was my favorite episode. And then Camp Prom, episode 7, and then Let It Go, episode 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go mine. Okay.
Yeah.
My top 3 were Let It Go was my favorite one. I gave that one a really high ranking, I feel like. And then I had Camp Prom as my second favorite, and then I had Into the Unknown, which was the second episode, I believe.
Yeah.
But that one was close between Into the Unknown and the one, I think the first episode.
Yeah.
They were close, but I was like, I think I like it. Because they were the same ranking.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I don't have any other thoughts on that. I do think that those last 2 were really fun, and we both had those.
Mm-hmm. I feel like my rating was really inconsistent this season because I was like trying to like compromise for how bad this season is by like giving better rankings, but then I was inconsistent in that.
Yes, I agree. Because I was thinking, like, when I was making this listing, I was like, did the later episodes get higher rankings because I was just used to the vibe at that point?
Yeah.
And like certain episodes I watched, like, because we kind of had a weird filming schedule over the summer, so certain ones we watched like together and then break and then like. Yeah. So I wonder how much that affected it too. I don't know. This is probably my most inconsistent ranking season, and I feel like I say that every season. This is by far the worst one.
Yeah.
I say every as if there hasn't only been 2 other episodes like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what were your bottom 3?
My bottom 3, they all got the same ranking, and I have no idea how I would actually rank them, but No Drama, episode 4, The Woman in the Woods, episode 3, and then episode 1, Happy Campers. Yeah. So they all got a 6 out of 10. Dang. I don't know if I stand by all of that.
No, literally, I'm like, don't put a good about it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I had Women in the Woods, then Real Campers. I had that one really low, apparently. And then No Drama was my least favorite.
Yeah, that makes sense. That one made me mad.
And I think that was kind of my thing with the Real Campers too. There was just so much like inconsistency with characters.
That's true.
Like, okay, whatever. Yeah. And I think those 2 episodes blend in my mind.
I think I loved it so much because of Carlos. And that's probably the only reason.
He like did single-handedly hold up that episode. Like, all keeps doing.
It's like, okay, this is hilarious.
No, real. Actually, that's such a valid take. I'm not even kidding. Like that would make it good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel like the episode quality from this season like was really all that different. So,
yeah.
I do think the last 2 episodes were better.
Yeah.
But I don't think the quality was, like, super, super different.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Okay, and then who was your favorite character this season?
My favorite character this season was Ricky.
Yeah, I was like, I think we're going to have the same favorite character. Yeah.
It was kind of hard to find one.
It kind of was.
Because I was like, wait, who actually stands out?
I was like, who do I actually like?
Yeah. I feel like Ricky was just in the background for so long.
No, literally.
This season. But he still had funny moments, and so I like that.
That's why I was like, Ricky was barely in the season, but he was hands down my favorite.
Yeah.
I did say honorable mention to Maddox.
Yeah. No, that's real.
Like, of a character that actually had a plot, it was definitely her.
Yeah. I would say Maddox and then maybe Jet. I like Jet a lot.
I just didn't feel like I could give them, like, favorite character. I could give them favorite character, but they're, like, new, and I do feel like Ricky's character did deserve it this season.
Yeah. I agree.
So, yeah, and I think this is the first... Did I give EJ my favorite character last season?
Yeah.
I think
because mine was EJ last season, too.
And first season, were both Carlos?
I think so. No, maybe I chose Ashlyn.
You might. Yeah, that makes sense. I definitely think
But Carlos was a close one.
Carlos for the first, because I was obsessed with Carlos in the first season.
Yeah.
And I actually will get into this a little bit, but I actually fear that his character, like, he was still good this season.
Yeah.
But he wasn't as good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I'll just leave that. Do you have any other thoughts about that? Because I can leave that right into one of my
let's do it.
Okay, I have a bunch of hot takes, some that are mine, and, like, a bunch from, like, our TikTok page and stuff. Because this is a divisive season. If people have unpopular opinions, it's about this season.
Yeah.
But just to, like, lead into this, in my opinion, this is every character. Obviously not counting season 4 yet, because I haven't rewatched season 4 yet, so I don't feel like it's fair to say that on it. With the exception of Ricky, this is every character's worst season.
Yeah.
Also not Maddox and Jet, but I don't feel like they count.
Yeah.
But, like, it's Gina's worst season.
Mm-hmm.
It's EJ's worst season.
Yeah.
It's Ashlyn doesn't suffer it as bad, but it's still not great for her, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's still not great. It's Courtney's worst season. It's definitely Carlos's.
Yeah. And
it's low-key just not Ricky's because he's just not there. And I think they wrote him a lot less, like...
Yeah. Yeah.
He definitely is, like, that beginning song changed that man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I would agree. I feel like there was so much character development that we worked on, and then, like, they threw it all away sometimes. I'm like, wait, what?
Like, what is this?
Yeah.
It feels like they're, like, especially Courtney and Carlos, they feel like shells of their old characters.
Yeah. That's it too. Like, I think the writers were just really inconsistent with things. And there's things, like, people like to bring up. Like, the easy one to talk about is, like, Courtney and her anxiety and stuff. And people kind of say that that's out of nowhere. But I don't necessarily think it is.
I don't think that one is.
But it's just, like, she's not the same character that she's been.
It's like, my thing with her is her, like, attitude, like, the Sharpay-esque attitude that they give her in the later seasons, I think is interesting.
Yeah, she really gives, like, kind of mean girl energy, which...
Yeah.
Not that she hasn't before, because she literally stole things.
But it was, like, different. Like, it was
that
because
was, like,
she
for
was mean
her
to
friend.
her friend. Yeah. And that... I was like, I think I read one. This is not mine, but this was an unpopular opinion I saw on our TikTok page. It was. Sorry, let me look through. I wrote it down because I saw it and I was like, wait, no, I actually really agree. I took a lot of notes. Okay. It said they had no idea. This is like the quote from the comment. They had no idea what to do with Courtney in the last season, and it was from Ella on TikTok. That was her app, but. And, like, yeah, I agree. And I don't think it's the anxiety thing.
No. They just, like, I think they wanted to make her more of a upfront character. And with Nene gone, like, they kind of tried to figure out where to put her. But she just, like, her and Carlos both, like, had, like, some mean energy. That I was like, this is not been who they are. Like, yeah. Yeah, and, like, Ashlyn's is the only mean energy that gets addressed. Yeah. And you're like, okay. I feel like they just knew that Courtney was into fashion and she was, like, outspoken and confident, and so then, therefore, they made her a diva and mean. Yeah. And, like... Yeah. I feel like that's not the vibe she had before. Like... No, because I feel like she's always been a good friend to Nene, and, like, with Gina, she's been really good at, like, welcoming her in, even though they didn't get along at first. And it's like, but now there's some things that it's kind of like, well, that's not really. Yeah, I'm like, that's kind of weird. Yeah. No, I do feel that way about. I feel like they didn't. Maybe it's because Courtney's so much of an outsider in the group. Like, it's weird because she's, like, technically not an outsider. Like, she's been there since season 1, but, like, her and Big Red are, like, the same level of, like, weird outsider. Yeah. But even Big Red less so, because she didn't do the musical. Right.
So, like, none of these people, like, all of these people are friends that she's got with the second season, so she just feels not as involved. Like,
yeah. And, like, maybe if... And I think a lot of her plot lines we, like, just completely got rid of, too. Like, with Howie, it's, like... That's so true. That was, like, a big part of her character and the plot of season 2, and then we just erase it. So then they're like, okay, well, what do we do now?
Yeah. No, exactly. And, like, the being so, like, driven, like, work-wise.
Yeah.
And, like, this summer doesn't make sense. And then the next season, she's so focused on college. Like, this summer doesn't make sense for a person who is so career-driven.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it doesn't not. Like, I get that it's fine. Like, she had to be there. They wanted to keep her, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think she's a little bit weird of a shell. And then Carlos, they just, like, flanderized, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you are a diva. You are basically just the gay best friend. Like, the most intense gay stereotype they could put out.
Yeah.
Like, that's you.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well... He has nuance.
Yeah. Yeah.
He also, like, didn't have, like, a story.
No.
At all this season.
No. I'm like, there was nothing.
They threw in the body thing at the end, but that's, like, literally blink and you miss it.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like they could have done something, or they could have tied, I don't know. I don't know.
It's fine. So we've talked about this throughout the show, but this is the official recap order that they've done. It's Ricky, Gina, EJ, Ashlyn, Courtney, Carlos, Maddox, Jet. That is 100% the call sheet.
Interesting, yeah. Carlos is so far down on that.
He is, but he is so far down in this.
Yeah.
Like, you can so, and like, Ricky obviously is the main character still, even though he's not the main character in this season, but he, like, is, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's his show. And then Gina and EJ being about the equal, but they've always liked Gina more than they've liked EJ. Does that make sense? Ashlyn might as well be a core 4 at this point. Like,
yeah.
They love her.
Yeah.
She's always been their favorite.
Exactly.
And then Courtney was definitely more important this season than Carlos.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Part of me is, like, kind of amazed that Carlos made it in this season and not, like, a big red. But Carlos is, I think it's because Carlos is just a more interesting character.
Yeah.
And they really liked Carlos in season 1, but then ever since then, I don't feel like they do as much with him.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But I feel like him and Ashlyn are, like, the same level of cast member, and then, like, Courtney and Big Red were the same level of cast member. But then when Olivia Rodrigo left, they had more spots for the girls to fill in.
That makes sense.
That's my thoughts. That's how I view them.
Yeah, I can see that.
But that was the order. And then I've thought to myself, well, do they do that every season? Like, have they always done it that way? And no. The first season, the first recap is Big Red. Oh. And they definitely, I was looking through I'm pretty sure in the first season, they pick who does the recap by who knows the most pertinent information at the, like, because you know how we made that comment about, like, season 3, they know things they shouldn't know? Yeah. I think it's season 1, they picked the person who knew,
like, the most information.
The most, or knew the most important.
Yeah.
Like, their story could metaphorically tie to someone else's, too.
Wow.
Because, like, Nini's, like, in the middle of the season.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like, Ricky is also, like, in the middle. Like, and Miss Jen does the last one, and Big Red starts us off.
That makes sense.
So I think that's how they did in season 1. Season 2, Nini does I think they also keep that up in season 2. Nini does the first one, and then Ricky does the second one in that one. But it also immediately starts, like, Nini has to be the one to do the recap. Yeah. And then Ashley does. So they kind of follow it. They kind of follow that in season 2.
Yeah.
They kind of do.
But I think we, like, talked about that, too, is that in season 1 and even in season 2, they were better at, like, in the recaps, the characters would only say things that they knew. And they could, like, show clips from things that they wouldn't necessarily know happened, and they could, like, just hint at something without saying anything. Yeah. That was, like,
Like, tell
why would
us,
you know
the
that?
audience, but not the character didn't say that. Yeah.
Exactly. But I feel like in season 3 that they do a really poor job at that.
Such a bad job.
Like wait.
Ashland's just out here just like, was it the Ashland episode that we're like, it was the Maddox one.
Yeah.
Like, how the freak does she know that?
Yeah. That's, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that the way they did in season 1 is just so much more creative.
Yes.
The flow is really nice, and I do miss it.
Yeah, me too. I think the show was so much just better organized when it was like really trying hard to be a mockumentary.
Yeah, it was just better thought out.
Yeah.
It was, and I just miss that so much. Another one I think is just the timeline goes crazy because they just don't pay attention to that stuff anymore.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of attention to detail that was just lost and compromised for some reason. I don't know. But...
And I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Like... Because it was so, like, meticulously thought out in season 1. Everything was. And now it's just, like, nothing.
And there's so many, like... character errors that are like out of character for characters and things that are just don't line up or make sense and things that we backtrack on and things that like just like
or things are just poorly explained and you're just like
the whole trying to do a documentary in a mockumentary in just everything. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, I'm actually going to mention a hot take because it kind of leads into this. That this is one of my favorite comments we've ever gotten on one of our TikTok videos. I think about this constantly. Basically, she said that season 1 was the only good season. And then she said the 3rd season was low-key iconic. And then in parentheses she put, but only if you forget that it's supposed to be a part of High School Musical series. Yeah. And I forgot to write a reference for that. But it's on, like, I think... our video, we have a video on TikTok. I don't know how many of you on here watch our TikTok. I don't know if there's a connection between that. Yeah. But it was like a TikTok we did of like propaganda not falling for or whatever. And I love that comment because like, this season is like it feels like it's in a completely different universe. Like it's crazy.
It's so weird. And they do so much to like tie in Camp Rock. And it just makes me mad. Like not that I hate Camp Rock, but this show is High School Musical, the musical, the series. And the whole point of it.
And they also still randomly bring up High School Musical. Yeah.
And like choose one. And maybe I would be okay if they like completely went Camp Rock route for the summer. Like it makes sense.
Also we're doing Frozen at the same time.
Yeah.
So we're doing High School Musical 2, kind of. Camp Rock, kind of. And Frozen. Yeah.
All at the same time.
That's so much.
Yeah.
We did not need that much.
No. It's weird. And there's still so much High School Musical reference because Corbin Bleu is there.
Yeah. And then also there's like, just like so much tie to just Disney Channel in general. Because we even have Jason Earl there and it's like, okay. It's like.
I don't know. It's
just interesting.
It tries so.
And then also, like, I think they should have not... I know why they went so big this season. Probably to make up for the fact that they lost a main character. But, like, I just really think that focusing on building up characters you have instead of rewriting characters would have been a good move.
Yeah. Because there are character traits that they had already established that they just could have expanded on more and made someone more of a forefront character.
No, literally.
And you already have other main characters that you can utilize. I don't know.
It's an ensemble cast. And having rewatched the show, it totally is an ensemble. Like, you can continue the show without Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah. Actually, I was like, that's one of my hot takes is I'm actually not mad that Olivia Rodrigo left. Lol. Yeah. Because, like... Yeah. She obviously needed to go off and do her own thing, but, like, what were they going to do with Nene's character? Yeah. And seeing what they did with Joshua Bassett's character, like, what's this say? Like, he didn't do anything in this season. Yeah. Both of their stories have just been each other or Olivia or Nene wants to be big.
Yeah.
So it makes plenty of sense for her to move out and actually become like a star. Like
I feel like her character arc is complete. Like she doesn't need, we don't need to keep doing the same thing over and over again, which I feel like they would have done with her. So it makes sense that she leaves, and she leaves, and I actually think she leaves the show in pretty good hands. I think Maddox and Jet are great additions, and you barely even notice that, like, they blend so well and add so much that, like, it's not that you don't notice her, but I think that you notice her absence a lot less because they really do bring a good energy to the show. No, I agree. I think that's the best thing out of season 3 is Maddox and Jet. They're great. They're great characters, and I love that we get to see the sibling dynamic that they have, because we've gotten, like, EJ and Ashlyn. That's the closest thing I feel like we've gotten to. But it's even more than that, and they have so much depth. And, like, in their relationship in general, like, has changed so much. And I think it's, like, they showed us more of that than, like... No, literally. They developed that more than they, like... Than anything else. I don't know. There was no other character development. Really? I don't know. I mean, I feel like Ricky had character development, but that was in, like, the first episode, and then they were, like... And Ashlyn did. Gina, like... did she? I don't know. I feel like she just has a really weird character. Yeah. Which sucks though, because I kind of do like, I like the vibe of Gina this season. I like that it's still Gina. Yeah. However, there are things that are in this. The whole like line thing really kind of bothers me. Yes. I think you guys did forget who you wrote. Yeah. But like the confidence and like the bound, like her coming to like terms with herself and being okay. I really like stuff like that, and I think that's really good. But then there's just random things where I'm like, okay, well. Yeah. No. She should have danced more. That's my hot take. She's not dancing up in the show. No. Genuinely. No. Real. Yeah. I have a couple thoughts on Ricky. So I put that they don't know how to write Ricky, which we brought up a lot. But this is an unpopular opinion. This is a take I hear a lot. And it was that Ricky this is a direct quote from one, but I do hear this a lot. Ricky should have ended the show single and trying to rediscover himself outside relationship. This was from TikTok. Here's my thoughts after rewatching, because I would have agreed with that if you would have told me before we rewatched. However, I actually think this is a season of Ricky discovering himself. Yeah. I don't think he was trying to get with Gina the entire time like everyone says he was. Yeah. I mean, he definitely was interested. Yeah, but I feel like having a crush is just a normal thing. It's just a thing that happens. And he wasn't actively pursuing her. No. And he was doing a lot of stuff for himself, and he became a different character. And I feel like people also say that Ricky does the same character arc every season, and I can't speak for 4, because I'm gonna have to rewatch 4. But I don't feel like he did this season. I feel like we actually saw a lot of Ricky character growth. Yeah. I would agree. That's my thoughts. Yeah. There on that. We've kind of talked about Ricky a lot. And we've talked about Maddox and Jet being a good addition. Okay, let's talk some music opinions I have. I think this is the last of my hot takes. Oh, I have one more, but that's at the top. This season has the worst covers. Yeah. And maybe I'm just saying that because we just came off of Beauty and the Beast. Yeah. But it has really bad covers, and they're really poorly really mixed. Bad. Yeah. I think... Yeah, the song choices were interesting sometimes, and I think it's like comes back to that they're trying so hard to do the Disney Channel thing and the Frozen thing and like both Camp Rock and High School Musical too. Like there's just too much happening and it's inconsistent, and sometimes songs don't fit with the plot and we don't need to explore that.
Exactly. And sometimes I feel like they have to, like, write them in, like, they have to, like, modernize them or, like, do something really different. And, like, sometimes it works. Because, like I said, When It Changed a Thing is my favorite. And I think that's the most organic cover they do. Other than, I guess, the ones in the show. But I'm actually going to even go further and say not the ones in the show. Because those scenes are, like...
Yeah.
Especially Love is an Open Door and, like...
Yeah.
But I think some of the covers go really well, but then there's like, This Is Me, and that one's really weird.
Yeah. And
like Fabulous, which is really weird.
Yeah.
And it's like, why did you change the mixing of that? You've never done that any other season.
Yeah. That's like, I want to know their mindset behind doing everything studio recorded now. And adding all this weird audio mixing that they haven't done, so it's very clearly not live. Like, it's like... Yeah. There's some times where it's like, yeah, this was recorded in a studio, but it's, like, meant to be like they were singing it. But all of this is, like, no, there's, like... It's either a music video, which makes me mad. I hate the music video format. Or it's like, it's just weird. And very auto-tuned. I don't know.
The only thing I can think is that maybe they wanted to have, like, a summer vibe. But it's horrible.
No, it's bad.
And, okay, do you think the Shallow Lake was a set? Or do you think they, like, well, it definitely was a set. But do you think they, like, filmed, like, on a sound box? Or do you think they actually filmed on set?
I am not sure. That's what, like, I could see the environment being they have to record in the studio because of like outside sound and stuff like that, and that makes sense, and I don't really mind that they record in a studio, but I would rather hear them sing live.
Especially when you have like a piano ballad.
Yes.
Like, or they're doing the show, let them sing in the show. Like, there's no reason Christoph's Lullaby couldn't have been live.
No,
there's no reason In Summer couldn't have been.
Like, and they're not like, they don't need to be auto-tuned. They don't need to be mixed. And like I think that you have vocalists that are really talented. And even if it's not perfect, I would rather hear it be real. No, literally. I would literally rather him sing. And they're gonna do a good job. Yeah. Like, I've seen them do enough. I've seen this entire cast sing live. Yeah. That's the whole bit of the first season. Like, yeah. I don't know. I wonder why they, like, went away from that more and more. We'll have to double check for that. I don't think... The fourth season returns more to the original format, but I don't know how much that is. I'm not sure. Yeah. Because this is the first time I've ever, like, actually taken note of that. Okay, we can't do this episode without talking about this at least a little bit. Yeah. I think Gina and EJ both played a part in their breakup. I know a lot of people say that it was EJ's character was, like, sabotaged, and I believe that I agree. Yeah. I also think Gina's character was sabotaged a little bit to make this breakup happen. Yeah. And they both were dramatic at certain points. Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, I don't want to, like, excuse what EJ did. But they both could have benefited from communication, both of them. And especially the way that Gina was communicating was very harmful to the situation. And it's like, yeah, like, EJ shouldn't be hiding things. But I think he's also, like, he's been so busy and, like, trying to do things for his life, and he has, like, real life issues that he's working through, that, not that I think he should have hid it and not tell Gina, but I think he was just, like, trying to process it for himself as well. And then, like, her attacking him about it and, like, just being so passive aggressive doesn't help the situation. What are we doing? I don't know. I think they both needed to communicate more. And Yeah, I don't know. Just be nicer to each other.
No, 100% agree. I do think, though, the breakup scene was done really well because she does bring up all those points and just like them being in a different place.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel like that was what we were seeing from her throughout the season, and that wasn't, I feel like, was her complaint.
I wish that would have been more explored, like a bigger part of what we saw as the reason for their breakup, because that is like an extremely valid point. Not that like all the other stuff isn't, but it's not very in character for either of them. After the character development they've been through, like it just feels like they're reverting back to old habits.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree. I do think that would be really interesting because we all know the reason they had to break up is because he was a senior. Like, they weren't going to stay together for a 4th season. I mean, they could have maybe tried, but it might have been controversial with her being a sophomore. Well, she'd be a junior, but I can see why they did it, but they should have emphasized that and made that the problem instead of what they did do. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm done with all my hot takes. Do you have any hot takes that came to mind that you want to share?
I don't think so.
Okay, so then we're going to go completely into online. I've gone through a lot of these, but just a couple other ones. This one is one I hear a lot, but this is a specific comment, and it's they made Ashlyn's whole character about being queer. That was from Ethan. And here's my thoughts on that. I think we're going to have to wait till season 4 to really give an opinion on that, because that was her storyline this season. Yeah. That's going to be a season 4 thing.
Yeah. I do understand that, but also I think that this is like a show for teenagers and young adults, and that's like a big deal. And it's like it's a big, like, it's a coming of age type story. Yeah. And so I think it's good to have that focus, and it's not out of character for her. Like, it makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. I think that it is a good line to do. Yeah. And then this is another one about Ashlyn, but it's just Ashlyn at camp was so annoying. I actually don't think she was annoying. I used to be very, like, on that train. I used to be like, she was, but I also used to think she was really annoying in the second season, too. I don't think she's very annoying in this season. Not any worse than anyone else, I guess I would say. Yeah. She gets over that ensemble thing really quickly. Yeah. And, like, honestly, she's pretty chill and relaxed this season. Again, she does have character problems, but not any worse than anyone else.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of that is resolved from her finding herself and, like... Yeah. And she, like, apologizes to people that she hurt.
Literally. She's, like, actually the only one who, like, makes up for any of that. Yeah. Actually.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is another one. It's just the whole TV documentary arc ruined it for me. That was Peyton. Yeah. I agree. And I think this show also has this problem in season 4, too, where they make the stakes too big.
Yeah. Like, girl, we couldn't handle it when there was 2 schools competing against each other for an award that didn't really... There was no stakes to this award.
There were no stakes, yeah. And you guys were, like... freaking...
And they threw the results in a pizza oven because they couldn't handle it. And they, like, that was the whole thing, that they're like, we just want to have fun and do theater.
No, literally. And now we're in a Disney Plus documentary. And then next season, a feature-length movie?
Yeah. Like, what?
Because we didn't even give that big of a plot line to Nene.
No.
She literally just... Because I feel like it's implied that she becomes, like, this famous person, especially at the end of season 2, and like, yeah, that probably is what happened, but that's not what they say. It's just that she's like, I feel like I have more inspiration in, like, doing what I want to do in theater and stuff if I go to California. But she doesn't say, like, work professionally. She just says, like, literally go to a high school there. Yeah. Well, the rest of the cast is on a Disney Plus documentary.
Yeah.
Also, mind you, this show is or was a mockumentary.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also just interesting to me, the narrative that, like, how they portrayed the the makers of the documentary, which is Disney. And Disney is making the show, and then they're like, they suck.
They're bad.
Trying to make these kids hate each other.
Literally, the people who produce shows are horrible. Is like literally the best.
Because that's literally the next season too.
No, literally.
I'm like, wait.
I'm like,
Disney, do we want to hate Disney? Why is this?
You don't have to do that, actually.
Yeah, it's like, and it's I don't know, they paint like Corbin blue in a really weird way, and it's like, why are we villainizing people?
Yeah, and if I was a Broadway star and like notorious for like a singing movie, and then I go into a season and it's the first season they don't do any live singing, I would be really like...
Yeah. If I was Corbin Bleu this season, I think I would be really mad. I'd be like, wait. Am I the villain?
Wait.
He basically is until like the last episode, and then they're like, well, we can't make Corbin Bleu the villain.
Not the villain. He's fine.
We'll just make this random guy.
It's the other dude.
What?
It's just really weird, and I think it's a really like, it's just like them doing a second documentary is like, is that the only idea you have?
Yeah.
Also, that's a really specific idea. Why are we doing it twice?
Yeah.
I'm so mad they dropped the mockumentary style. Actually bums me out so much.
I think it was better. And they could have, like, done something with that to be like, we're gonna make a movie of the footage that we have. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Like, they could have done something with the actual mockumentary footage that they have.
Yeah.
And they've literally been doing, like, interviews with people.
Yeah, like, it would have been so cool if they would have been, like, actually put together a mini documentary, even if it was just a short.
Yeah.
Or something, like, it would have been so cool to see them cut that
I think
together.
that'd be fun. I think they could have done so much with it where they, like, put more on Disney Plus of the show. And, like, I wish that we would have gotten, like, I don't know how possible this is, but I wish we would have gotten more of the actual show that they were putting on. Like, I wish I could see more of Beauty and the Beast or Frozen.
Yeah.
In, like, a different format and make it, like, separate for the show, but it's, like, a special episode or something.
Especially season 3, where they just came off of a loss like Olivia Rodrigo. Like, why were they not advertising this with stuff like that? Like, this show is so integral to, like, Disney Plus. Like, in a way that I don't think people realize. Like, it was one of the first shows on drop.
Right.
It's, like, a big... Like, honestly, if you think about it, Disney Plus hasn't had that much original content. Especially not any that's just Disney. Yeah. Like, it's the first project they've done that's kind of like a Disney Channel, but also not Disney Channel. Like, it's different. It's for a different audience. It's not for as young of an audience. It's like, it's completely different than a lot of the things that they have on there. And I think it's just a waste that they didn't do anything cool with, like, promoting it or anything like that. Yeah.
I think there was so much potential in the style that they chose to do. Like, the whole, like, the first season, like, sets it up so well. And I understand that there was, like, COVID and you lose Olivia Rodrigo and that whole drama there. But I don't know that they should have affected it as much as it did.
Yeah, it shouldn't have actually been that much of a problem because, like, I'm of the full belief that they were, the way season 2 ends, even the way season 1 ends, sets Olivia Rodrigo up to not stay. Yeah. But, like, season 2, like, sets it up so that Joshua Bassett and Olivia Rodrigo can leave easy. Yeah. So, like...
Yeah, I think they could have done more. And they could have... I wish that we got more, like, special episodes and got more show footage.
Yeah, like, we have one special episode, which we also should do an episode about that again, but it's just for season 1.
Right. I'm like, why... And that was, like, a great thing to have. I don't know. Great setup for that.
I think it was really good, and I think that they should just do more.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think of I just put this comment out because I thought it was really funny. And they just said, each season they make one of the characters really unlikable for no reason. Yes, they do.
Yeah. This season more than others.
This season more than others, but, like, it's literally for no reason. They're just like, you're going to be unlikable this season.
Yeah.
Last season, it was definitely Nene. I'm not even going to lie to you right now. It was definitely Nene. The first season was probably EJ. This season, it was probably Ash. It was like Ash and Courtney and Carlos.
Yeah.
Oh, and Gina. And EJ. And EJ.
Literally.
But I think EJ's the main one that they just like, if you were to, like, just say, like, whatever, I think EJ would be the main one. And people are like, that's the one that they just made really obnoxious for no reason.
Yeah. It is kind of interesting. I feel like they, like, sat the whole cast down the same way they did in The Real Campers of Shallow Lake. And they said, here are your roles. You get to be the unlikable one.
We're going to hate you this season. You might get a redemption next one. We'll see. You get to be Nene. Just kidding. That hasn't happened yet. I do have to say, I do like that Gina is still pretty... She very much is her own character at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all of my big hot takes. I know a lot of people talk about EJ's character, but we've kind of talked about that a lot this season's episodes. And I do think that there was some character assassination, but again, I feel like every character got some.
Yeah.
And I do feel like that situation with him and Gina was over dramatic.
Yeah.
The second season, Gina and EJ are my favorite couple
on
the show. I was thinking about this and I'm like, I feel like we have to talk about Ricky and Gina ending up together at the end of the season. And I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Especially since we knew that Gina and EJ weren't going to last.
Mm-hmm.
What are you, if you're going to talk character that can't be single? It's probably Gina. But...
Yeah.
But I just am like... She just kind of bothered me this season. I do feel like, especially her being like, I would have never guessed. Yes, you would.
Yeah.
You were flirting with him all summer. Don't even act that way.
Yeah. I think... I was thinking about that too, like when we were talking about, like, they can't, like, Ricky should have ended single. Like, I thought about if that last, like, 10 minutes of the last episode hadn't happened, what would, like, be different? Or, like, if it was, which it is kind of separate from the events of this season, so I feel like I'm okay with it. Because he did end camp. Yeah. Not with anyone.
No, he kind of ended the season single.
And we know it's, like, a little bit afterwards that the documentary comes out and they, like, actually end up together.
It was a little at a time. And I feel like, my biggest thing, though, is they probably put him in, and I've seen people say this, too, I think they put Ricky and Gina together to keep Ricky, not that they're, like, so bad together, because I really don't hate them, they're fine, is to keep Ricky a main character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they didn't know how to write him. This season, he's not a main character. He is in the sense that he's Joshua Bassett, and he's, like, was the lead of the show, and so he still, like, is in the background or has lines every once in a while, but he's not really there. Yeah. Like, if you just watched this season, I don't think you would say he was like, you could tell that he was at one point the main character, but he's not the main character this season.
Yeah.
And I don't think they knew how to write him otherwise.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have a whole lot else going on.
Yeah.
Which is a character writing flaw in the first place. He shouldn't just be interested in, well, and that is divorce, but he's at camp, so we can't really deal with the divorce problem.
Yeah,
here.
that's what I was thinking
divorce
about.
and grades.
That's literally the only other things that we care about with Ricky.
Yeah, like you take
his
Ricky
family situation,
and his grades,
and Big Red,
and you literally stripped him of all of those. So let's put him in the middle of the woods with people that he's kind of... Because let's be real, he's kind of friends. Like, he's probably friends with EJ, and he's friends with Carlos. Yeah. Him and Courtney have had maybe, like, 3 scenes together. Yeah. Okay, they definitely more than that. But not that many.
I don't think Courtney likes him very much.
I don't think she does. Guess. But I always think about the season. This is one of my favorite Courtney and Ricky moments. There's not very many. But this is one of my favorite, is in the first season when he, like, comes off the stage, and he's, like... Yeah. Freaks out. And the first thing she's like, oh my gosh, Ricky, are you okay? Yeah. And just immediately cares about him. I do like that scene.
Yeah.
But other than that, they don't really have a whole lot. And he really doesn't have friends in the group other than, like, Carlos and Big Red, really.
Yeah.
Him and Ashlyn, like, in theory do, but, like, not actually. Because I don't feel like.
Mm.
And him and Gina are friends, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then EJ, they just tell us they're friends.
Yeah, they never show us very well. They're like, it's okay, we're brothers.
We're brothers. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, sure. I actually don't feel like, I used to be like, Ricky is just stealing EJ's girls. And I used to be really annoyed at Ricky, but I don't actually feel like that's what happened this season. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's all of our thoughts. I think this episode was a little bit longer than we were intending, but this is definitely the most controversial season.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack.
Well, actually, it's probably just everyone's most hated season, I would say. Probably not even controversial.
Yeah, there's
probably just not like
so much opinion.
4 is probably most controversial because I don't think 4 is as bad as people say it is.
Yeah.
It's not great, but I think 2 and 4 are worse than people remember.
Yeah.
I say on my podcast about the show.
We like this show a lot.
We love it.
We made a podcast about it.
We made a podcast about it, and I tell everyone in my life that this is what my podcast is about.
Yeah, it's the best.
The best. So, yeah. Then I think that's all of our thoughts for this season. We can wrap it up with a cute little bow and put it in the pizza oven. But I like people bring that up, and I genuinely forget that happened. Like,
yeah.
Do you know how crazy this has to be that I forget that they put the results of the second season in the pizza oven? Or maybe it's a trauma response. Maybe I just like, that's a horrible idea. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Whatever. But thanks for watching this 3rd season with us.
Yeah.
We can't wait for you to join us on the 4th. It's 8 episodes, so it should be super exciting, super fun.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, crazy. So fun. Sorry the last episode was late. I forgot about it, actually. That's 100% what happened.
We have very full schedules. We actually both go to school full-time and work.
And work. And do this.
And do the podcast, which is, like, a lot of work.
Low-key, like, not... I wouldn't consider it, like, a part-time job in the amount of time I give it. But... it's, like, a class that I'm, like...
Yeah,
slacking my way through, but
part
I still
of your homework
lectures.
Time. Yeah,
like it does take up quite a bit, but obviously we love to do this.
Yeah, we love it. Hopefully you guys love it.
Yeah, we love interacting with you guys and comment on things.
Yeah, comment and maybe we'll share it.
Yeah, maybe we'll share. I'll read your comments if they're on Spotify or YouTube. I usually will too. Sometimes, not as frequently, but you tend to read the YouTube comments, don't you?
Yeah, I read their comments so much.
The Spotify one and stuff,
yeah,
but
love.
Yeah, we super appreciate all of you listening, and we'll keep posting episodes until we're done. And then we have a couple other ideas just to wrap up, and we'll see what we want to do from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching and listening, and continue to keep watching us on Spotify or YouTube, wherever you've been watching us. And yeah, make sure to follow our TikTok page because we're together now, so we actually post. So
yeah.
It's really nice. Not like a whole lot, but definitely more than 0. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, I think that's it.
Bye.